Stevie wondered if it was possible to stay in his room for the rest of his life. Maybe, if he willed himself death, he wouldn't have to hear the news he knew was coming. And perhaps, if he couldn't hear the words, reality, at least for Jude, would cease to exist. It was like the riddle his teacher had presented at school. If a tree falls in a forest and there's nobody around to hear it, does it make a sound? The answer was no, because without ears, sound didn't exist. Without eyes, light was darkness, and without a body, there was no victim. Which is why, despite his aunt's woeful cries, Stevie refused to believe it. Not until he saw Jude in a coffin, a waxwork dressed up in a suit he'd have never worn in real life. But when he finally crept out of his room, Aunt Mandy's weeping was amplified, 50 times louder than it had been a moment before. The house was a cavern of sorrow. All the furniture, the pictures on the walls, the TV, even Terry's lazy boy, had been swallowed up by all-consuming grief. Stevie shot a look toward Dunk's bedroom, but the door was closed. Duncan was a champion at avoiding the family in general. Toss a tragedy into the mix, and he was the invisible man. Stevie inched down the dimly lit hall, dragging his right hand along the wall, the texture giving him comfort, like reading Braille, its message reprised over and over again. Today will be okay, okay. Someday someone will say, "Oh God!" Aunt Amanda's voice filtered into the hallway from the living room. "I don't understand. How is this happening? What have I done?" A flesh-like thud. "Mandy, stop!" Stevie's mom. "What have I done for you to smite me this way?" Aunt Mandy's voice rising with each word, escalating toward a full-on scream. Smite, smit, smote. A word Stevie didn't often hear, one he knew belonged in a church. His mom didn't drag him there anymore, not like Aunt Mandy with Jude. She used to, but stopped when she and Stevie overheard some ladies talking, watching them shoot suspicious glances at the two of them after the service. "Maybe if he isn't getting better, she should pray a little harder," one of the ladies had murmured beneath her breath. "Maybe it's a problem of faith."